Wow. I mean, wow. Last night, I didn't even know about this news at all. And then I woke up this morning, and I was like, wow, what a trade. But who won this trade? And then I think about the Philadelphia Eagles in a lot of ways towards this, too. The Rams trade Jared Goff. Literally 2 first-round picks. What, a third that turned to a second, I think, most likely. And the Lions get Jared Goff and his guaranteed money. The Lions are actually going to take on all of Jared Goff's guaranteed money, which is crazy, right? I thought the Rams had no picks for the future. I thought because of that Jalen Ramsey trade they made, they literally had no picks for 5 first-round picks for 5 years. But I could be wrong. But I think they gave up some future picks. I think 2022 and 23 first-round picks. And then I think a third. It says a third here, but I think it turned to a second-rounder. It looked like the Washington football team actually almost acquired Matthew Stafford. We're about to give up the lump sum there. Now, the teams that were available, obviously I just talked about Washington. The teams available to trade for Matthew Stafford was Carolina, competed, Denver, Indy, San Francisco with Jimmy G still on the roster. Wow. I mean, Deshaun Watson hasn't even got traded yet. I mean, if you're trading for this guy with Matt Stafford for 2 first rounders, Jesus, 2 firsts and a third and a second, whatever it is. I think 2 firsts and a second, whatever it was. I mean, if you give away that much, I mean, Deshaun Watson, you got to give up 3 first rounders. I mean, that's got to be automatic for a trade like that. I mean, look, Deshaun Watson, for me, I think it's been mostly coaching, the front office being toxic, and obviously he's had the best around him, and you say to yourself, how has he not been successful with what's around him? I think most of all, it's just he's wanting out because of that front office being toxic and everything else like that. But, wow, Goff drafted right in front of Wentz, first overall pick in 2016, and is already being on another team right now. So I look at this and I say, for Matt Stafford, and look, I know Matt Stafford's better than Carson Wentz as of right now. I know I think every quarterback has played better than Carson Wentz this past year, but oh my God. How do you just not, these trades are just ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous. This was a really bad trade. This was a bad trade for the Lions. Bad. Not good. The Rams got a better player in Matthew Stafford, but what they got, I wouldn't have done it. But, yeah, Lions are in win now mode with Dan Campbell. John Dorsey's running things over there. So that makes me a little bit more afraid. Okay, I wouldn't have done this. I would have rather traded Stafford and got at least something in return and call it a day and just work on it from there. At other positions or whatever, but that's whatever they want to do. So now I look at Carson Wentz that's on the roster right now, and I say to myself, what if they actually put Carson Wentz on the trade block? You know, that's what makes no sense to me. What if they put Carson Wentz on the trade block? And there might be teams that might give up more. I mean, for Matt Stafford, and look, I understand Matt Stafford's been in the playoffs. You know, he's had a very long career. So, you know what I mean? I understand. He's 32 years old. I understand. But just to say, do you think there's going to be no interest for Carson Wentz? Probably. And then most of you guys are going to be like, no, he's not, because he had a bad year last year, and he's not, all these quarterbacks are better than him. Bro, let me tell you something. You'd be surprised on what teams will trade for a player that they know has talent. Okay, don't tell me, you guys don't know and I don't know. All I'm saying is you take a chance on putting him on the trade block and you actually see what happens. It's kind of crazy the results you might actually get. And you'll be like, wow, really? And if San Francisco is interested, if Indy is interested, which is probably one of the most liable places he would probably go to, with Zach Ertz probably having a lot of interest from Indianapolis as well, could actually benefit both of them. But obviously there are, I'm not even saying trade him to a team, but I actually just want to see the compensation that teams will actually give up for Wentz at the end of the day. I think that's what's most important here. And just like, wow, just to see. I just want to see what if you could trade a guy like Matt Stafford, if somebody's going to say, oh, we want Goff as our quarterback, then if you have the line saying we want Goff as our quarterback, I mean, I don't even know what to say, because Goff has taken a really big hit in his career and has really just declined rapidly the past couple years. Okay, so, the stats might look bad for Wentz, but can't get any better than Goff. I mean, Goff is just, No, nothing. Goff doesn't amaze me. I can't even say Goff is better than Wentz at this point. I'm just like, So, that's what I really got to say, guys. Put Carson Wentz on the trade block and see what you get for him. I mean, I just want to see just what happens. I think there'll be interest. I think there'll be a lot of interest for Carson Wentz. So, not knowing what Nick Sirianni in this front office is going to do, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what's going to happen. So, we're just going to have to wait. It's the waiting game. Quarterbacks, a lot of teams need quarterbacks right now. You can already tell by those teams that were interested in trying to move hard to push for Stafford. Put Carson Wentz on the trade block. Probably a lot of teams would be pushing for him as well. You never know. Eagles need draft compensation. Hopefully they don't just cut Zach Ertz. That's one thing. Hopefully they just trade him. Save like a little bit over $8 million, and hopefully there's a team out there that'll take on some of Carson's contract, and that's great. I mean, great for the Lions. You know what I mean? Great. I mean, great for the Rams. Getting rid of all that money, I think, really did help. You got all that guaranteed money for the next couple of years. All gone. They got rid of all his guaranteed money, and the Lions took it off the table and said, hey, we'll pay everything. And damn, I would love that. I mean, I would love for someone to take that. So other than that, guys, it's just an idea, but this is kind of crazy. This trade was obvious. This is an awful trade for one side, obviously, with the Lions. Yeah, I don't think so. So other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up, Flower Slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.